welcome back to my channel. This is so exciting. I am so excited that you are here. If today is your first time, welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel. Right here we live, we love, and we chill. And today I have such a PR tip for you if you're a business owner and you don't want to miss it. This is PR tip number 2. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for the love. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now, just about now. So let me wait for you a bit. Yeah, click the red button, subscribe, and make sure the notification is on all, and also like this video. Okay, so tip number 2 today is go get yourself some interview. I mean, if you have you ever wondered, like, how do people get on faces of magazines? How do they get on blogs? How do people get interviewed? What do they do specially that I'm not doing that gets them media attention, especially interviews where they share a whole lot about their lives and about their business in depth. Have you ever wondered that? I want to know in the comment section, have you ever wondered, how can I ever get to be on a platform where I am interviewed for real? Have you? Okay, then you're in the right place. If you are here to get my free tip on how to get on such platforms for free, yeah, that's a track, then don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So tip number 2, like I said, if you haven't watched tip number 1, check it out here. I'm going to link it there. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to use bloggers in particular to get a lot of mileage. Bloggers and online media platforms. Okay, now what I want you to do is to think about your business again and understand that even though it is your business, it is such a big deal, right? It is such an answer prayer for people. Just imagine let's say you sell vegetables. As simple as you think it is, or you think you're making money, if you don't come out every day and there are other people who also sell vegetables like you don't come out to the market, do you know the kind of catastrophe that is going to cause? Do you know the kind of malnutrition that is going to be in the land? Now you get my drift. That means your business is solving such a huge problem in the world. Never think that you're not doing anything humanitarian because it's your business. Now, since we've gotten that out of the way, the next thing you need to think about is, how do I get myself interviewed and on platforms, especially online, because online will go a long way, will be there for so many years to come, and posterity will still come and read them, right? Or like when it is written, when it's on a TV station or on a radio station that just goes through, and if you don't catch it, you miss it. Or a newspaper that after that daily, except people save it, and then a lot of people who will even save it down the line will not be lost. But online is the real deal. Now this is how to go about it. First of all, as usual, by now you should have had a media list. If you watched my first video and you took this seriously, you should have had a few people, editors of online platforms, bloggers, who are in your niche. When I say your niche, your industry and your specialization. So if, for instance, you're in the fashion industry, that's huge, okay? But let's say you sell shoes. So by now you should have about 35 people who talk about shoes, or how to pair shoes with outfits, or generally people who talk about fashion. Okay, now those are people who you want to reach out to, whether they are on radio, whether they're on TV, whether they're on newspapers, whether they are especially online, and they are bloggers. Okay, so the last categories are our focus right here. Now, when you have gotten those people, how do you get them? You research. You have to go online and check for fashion editors, fashion blogs, fashion columns on newspapers online, and then get the email addresses of the editors in particular. That's very important. When you get that, let's say you got about 20 of them, you have them already on your spreadsheet. So you have 20 prospective media people to pitch who you are to, what your business is about, or what your blog business is about too. Okay, now when you have done that, the next thing for you to do is to sit down and ask and write down the kind of questions you would like to be asked in an event of an interview. So imagine that you're sitting face to face with any of those people, whether newspaper, bloggers, TV or radio, and ask yourself those questions you would have wanted them to ask. Now you want to think about questions that will bring out deeply about who you are, your essence, how you're such a big deal, how you're solving such a huge problem in the world, and what your business is about. So ask yourself those questions. Okay, by yourself. Write them down. Okay, now you're done writing them down. Next thing is, go ahead, take them one after the other and answer those questions in a conversational style. Yes, I said it. Write the questions and write the responses that you would give, assuming, so this is you assuming that the questions are being fired at you or asked you in a face-to-face interview. Now this is your response. Anywhere you think you need to smile, you need to cough, you need to pause, you need to say, oh my God, insert it in that your response. And at the end of the day, you should have answered all the questions you have asked yourself. When you have gotten to that point, your interview script is ready. Now you ask me, Jenny, so how does this translate to being on the platform? The next thing you want to do is to get a picture of you or your project or your service or your product that you have also mentioned in the course of that interview, or the people that matter in your life. It depends on what you focus on in that interview you want it to be, okay? Now also think of a very catchy caption. Think of a title that is catchy. Now don't sound so out of the place. Make sure that you're projecting yourself as a go-to person in your industry and solving a very huge problem and covering a very big gap. Okay, now when you come up with a caption, next thing you want to do is to shoot these 20 people you have their email address your interview. Attach your interview, your picture, your product picture, your service picture, you speaking, you doing what your stuff is, and attach them in that email. Then pitch. When I say pitch, tell them why they need to promote or why they need to publish your interview. Tell them the work you do. Now in the body of the email, tell them the work you do and you haven't found their platform. Tell them how an amazing job they are doing and how that you think you have your interview will encourage their audience, because you are also part of their industry. You're part of what's happening in your industry. Okay, now when you send that email, depending on how many people that you reach out to, the odds are there that a lot of people may not respond, so might ask you for further information, so might even get back to you and ask you to pay. Okay, that's fine, but then a few of them may actually say, oh, I found this very exciting, I'm going to publish it on this day. So, and when they publish it, they're going to get back to you. So let's say you got over 20 people, at least 5 or so in my estimation, editors should be able to get back to you, haven't published it. Okay, bloggers, online editors of different columns, depending on what your industry is. Now this gets interesting, right? When you get your links and you are excited about what it is that you are out there, you should go ahead also and share about them. Now also, by the time you're sending them this email, also ask them how you want that you like to reciprocate. So let's say this will work very well for you if you're already an online influencer of some sort, or you have a blog. Okay, so you can easily reciprocate if it's a blogger to blogger, right? So you can also interview the owner of the blog, you can also talk about the brand, you can offer them a feature or an interview on your own platform as well. Okay, so that way you are giving commensurate value for what they have done for you as well. Also make sure that you share the link, talk about how nice they were to have published your interview and why you are excited. Now if you do this, imagine doing this often, say yearly and in different platforms, and that same week the same interview is coming out in different platforms. Just think about it. Okay, and then you sustain this throughout your business life. Every time you have a new product, you have a new recruit, you have a new announcement, you have a new promo, there's something on your mind, you're moving on to it, you're adding a new product or service, you go ahead and ask them to interview you. Imagine the kind of mileage you're going to get. Remember I told you in the first tip about how to go about using press releases to get media attention. Now I'm asking you to use own typed interviews to get yourself out there. This is one way I was able to get many of the interviews I have. When you search my name, especially when you search my maiden name, Jenny Chisom, right, you're going to find a lot of my interviews. That was exactly how it happened. Sometimes people came to me and then I reciprocated, or that way or that way. So go ahead and know that you're such a big deal. Go get the media. Let me know if you like this video by giving it a huge thumbs up and subscribing and sharing this with somebody who will need it, a marketing manager, a corporate communication head, somebody else who is in the forefront of marketing their product will thank you for this. All right, until I come your way again with tip 3, keep being amazing. Bye.